Hey guys, IcyGrey here, and this is going to be part 4 of my Xbox 360 collection. If you're visiting for the first time, welcome, but I suggest you check out part 1 first. If you haven't seen parts 2 or 3, again, check them out first. Links will be in the description. Last time we got to the middle of D and we finished C, so we're going to start off today with Defiance. Now, Defiance is based off the sci-fi TV series, and it's supposed to be this big MMORPG game which then linked into the TV series, so things that happened in the TV series would then affect the game and the online content, and it didn't really work. It kind of flopped quite a bit. Not too many people were actually playing it, and it was just a big flop when it was supposed to be such a big game. So it's okay, I haven't really played too much of it. I like RPGs, it's had a good start, but it just flopped a load, a bit like Brink. Here we have Death Star, or Def Jam Rap Star even, and this is just a singing game. I haven't actually played this because I don't have a microphone, so it's just here to just sit in my collection. I'm not really big on singing, so I probably won't play it even if I did have a microphone, so that's why there's no gameplay for that, and again it's just like a filler game. Next up, we have one of my favourite games of all time, and if you like my Facebook page, you can still see that even though this game came out a few years ago now, it is still all over my Facebook page with my cover art and everything. And this is Destiny. I'm a big fan of shooters, I'm a big fan of RPGs, a big fan of online RPGs as well, so if you mix them all up together, you get Destiny, and it's actually a really good game. The only thing I don't like about it is all the DLC that you have to pay for. So I've already done all of the free content, and that's about it. I have not done any of the DLC because I refuse to pay for it, so I probably won't buy it anytime in the future, but the first 36 levels are pretty good. Deus Ex Human Revolution, another great game with a load of different features that you can do. You've got loads of side quests, loads of just exploration to do, and obviously all the main missions, augmentation, humans, hacking, everything like that. It's a really good game. I haven't played the original Deus Ex, I think that's just on PC only, I'm not sure if it's on early console, but Deus Ex Human Revolution is a really good game, and if you haven't got it already, you should check it out. Next up is one of my favourite series as well, which is Devil May Cry. So this is the Devil May Cry HD collection, which is the remastered HD versions of Devil May Cry 2, and Devil May Cry 3. These are actually annoying to play because of the way the angles work in the game as you're exploring, as you're moving around. The angles turn so many times, and you can just get really annoyed and frustrated with the angles, and the cameras even just changing all the time, so it's really annoying, but they're still good games to play. This is now Devil May Cry 4, and this is well, it's not necessarily the collector's edition, I think it's just the steelbook. I'll take it out of this plastic that it's in so you can see it, and I'll open it up. So yeah, it has actually got the collector's book in it. So it's just the Devil May Cry 4 steelbook. This is the first one that came out on Xbox 360, and it is a really good game. A good way to get into the series as well, because it's cheaper than buying the HD collection. You don't need to know too much of the story. You can just play it as it goes. I'll try and put that back in there, and it's just fun to play. An even better one though is the latest one, which is DMC Devil May Cry. This is just a really great game. It's got a really good soundtrack as well, and it's in my opinion it's a good soundtrack. You may not like it. It's by Combi Christ, which is like dark EDM. But you should I'll put a link in the description for the soundtrack. It's on YouTube, and you should check it out. It's a bit strange, but it's a really good game. It's really fun. It's cheap now as well. It's really well made, and you should definitely check that out. Diablo, this is the one with the DLC, so this is Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, and I actually got Diablo first on PC because I'm a massive Blizzard fanboy, so I have all of the Blizzard games apart from Overwatch, because I can't really be asked to pay for Overwatch because of what it is. So Diablo 3 is a great game. I haven't actually got to the part of this yet, on Xbox 360 where the DLC even comes into play. I'm just up to like 3/4 of the way through the normal Diablo 3 campaign, I think, on the second hardest difficulty. I can't really remember, I haven't played it for a while. I need to get back around to completing it. Dishonored, unfortunately this case is a bit damaged and cracked at the bottom. I'll look into replacing that in the future. Same at the top here. But Dishonored again is another really great game, and I suggest you pick up Dishonored first before the new Dishonored is coming out for next gen consoles. So if you haven't already got Dishonored or you haven't played it before, I suggest you check it out now. It's pretty cheap at the moment, and it's just a really good, fun game to play with, you know, powers and everything, and it's just amazingly made. Another game that's just sitting in my collection because I don't have a microphone and I wouldn't play it even if I did is Disney Sing It. So this is just like another SingStar kind of game, or Lips, and it's just got, you know, music from like Hannah Montana and camp rock and High School Musical kind of thing. So if that's your thing, you know, you could check that out. This is really cheap. It doesn't use wireless microphones though, it only uses the USB microphone, so that's something to look out for. You need a USB Logitech microphone for that. Now, games that were in my filler collection, as it were, I'm just filling beforehand, is DJ Hero and DJ Hero 2. But now I actually bought the turntable so I can actually play these games, and they're actually really fun to play. They're not as good as Guitar Hero. You know, most of the songs are pretty bad. Some of the mixes are quite good. DJ Hero especially, most of the songs aren't that great, but in DJ Hero 2 the songs are a lot better, and the mixing is better in DJ Hero 2 as well. So if you're just going to pick one of them up, I suggest DJ Hero 2, but it is actually a really fun game to play. So after DJ Hero then we have Dragon Age Origins, another RPG game. There's so many RPGs in this episode today. And this is the first of the Dragon Age series. There's Dragon Age Origins, Dragon Age 2, and Dragon Age Inquisition. And I think there's some DLCs that you can get for both of the Dragon Ages, the original Dragon Ages. I'm not sure if there's any DLC out for Inquisition. And I haven't actually played all of this yet. I've only played the first few main quest lines, as it were. Just because I haven't really got into it. I've got so many games that I'm playing, and I'm just going through ones that I really want to play first, and then going back to ones that seem like they will quite interest me. And this is one of the ones that will quite interest me, but it's not at the top of my list at the moment. I don't own the Dragon Age 2 or Inquisition, just have Origins, and from what I've played, it's a good RPG, well worth checking out, but the graphics are quite bad because it's early release. Duke Nukem Forever, this is just a really silly, weird game that you should just play if you just want to. If you've got nothing else to do, picking up this for a couple of pounds and just playing it and just seeing how weird it is, you know, just quite weird. It's a very weird game. I've never played the original Duke Nukem. I don't know if anyone else has, but picking up Duke Nukem Forever from it, just going straight into that, had no idea what to expect, and it was just weird. And yeah, it's good weird, but it's not the best game in the world. Now, Dynasty Warriors is a massive series of games, and I only have the one, which is Dynasty Warriors 6. No, Dynasty Warriors Strike Force even, so it's not even numbered. I don't even know what number this is, if it was one. And to be honest, I have no idea what's going on. I don't know what's going on with the series or anything. I have no clue what Dynasty Warriors is about. I've only played... But this was cheap, so I just picked it up, pretty much. And I've just played the first level, I think. Had no clue what was going on, I was just killing things. But it seemed to work and I seemed to complete the mission. Next up, we have Eat Lead, The Return of Matt Hazzard, which is... Matt Hazzard is like a fictional video game character who was like massive from arcade machines, and then like 20 years on, he's just been like retired and replaced, and he tries to get revenge. And it's just a bit of a weird game. It's an Easy 1000G as well, so this will be covered in my Easy 1000G series soon. And I've done the first few levels. It's just your normal standard shooter. It's a bit surreal in places for a shooter, because obviously you're a video game character. but it's okay to play, and apparently features the voices of Will Arnett and Neil Patrick Harris. Don't know who Will Arnett is, but I do like Neil Patrick Harris. Next up, Eragon. This is an easy 1000G as well, and I have covered this in my series already, so a link will be in the description. I'm a bit slow with the links, but all the links should be in the descriptions now for all of the collections. So if you wanted to see like my Let's Plays of Bioshock and like Dead Space and things, they should now be in the description for the relevant videos, so you can check them out. Eragon is just based off the film Eragon, which is based off the book Eragon, and it's really easy to play. It's an easy 1000G, like I said, and it's okay to play, but it's not too fun, it's not too great, it's not bad, but it's not good. So it's just like an easy, relaxed playthrough, but not the most fun. A really fun game to play though is Enslaved, and I did start a series on this, but unfortunately I lost my list of games that were going to be in it. It was based off a magazine, and it was supposed to be 15 underrated games that you've never played kind of thing. And I know a couple of them which I could pick up and carry on the series with, but I can't remember all of them, all 15. And this was episode 1, and this is Enslaved Odyssey to the West. And this is a really good game to play. I've only played it through once, then I've played it through again to get all the achievements that I missed and things. But it is a really fun game to play, so if you see this and it's quite cheap and you have the money for it, and you have no idea what else to get, this is a really good game and you should definitely pick it up. Next up, we've got another good series, which is Fable. Unfortunately, I don't have Fable Anniversary yet, but I have heard that there are problems with it and it does take a while to load and it is a bit laggy, running about and things, so I don't know if it's fully optimized for Xbox 360, but I probably will pick it up at some point. Fable 2 and Fable 3 and Fable Anniversary, they're all great RPG games, so you should pick them up if you haven't got them already. They're well worth the look, especially if you are an RPG fan. I don't think the stories are the same or interlinked too much between Fable 2 and Fable 3, but you should definitely pick them up. If you wanted to pick up one, I would say Fable 3 is what I've preferred so far, and it's what I've played most of. I've only played about half of Fable 2, but I've basically completed Fable 3, so you should definitely pick this one up first. If the stories aren't interlinked, maybe check that the stories aren't interlinked first, because I can't really remember. I think they could be, but again, like I said, don't really know, but it's a really good game, so you should check it out. If you don't have it, or if you do have it, good. There is online, but no one plays online anymore, unfortunately. I don't think, anyway, unless you can get up with friends. Fallout 3, now, I'm not really a big Fallout fan. Again, it's another RPG, so many RPGs. And this is the Game of the Year edition, so it features the DLCs. But it's okay. It's supposed to be like a really great game. Maybe it's just me that I'm not finding it. Yeah, maybe the first few areas are a bit boring and then it gets better later. But at the moment, it's not really doing anything for me. It's okay. It's just a bit of a grind. Obviously, I haven't played Fallout 4 because I don't have next gen. But I have no clue whether Fallout 3 lives up to Fallout 4 or anything like that. But if you let me know, if you know, then yeah, sure. Now, Far Cry series to finish it off then today, we have Far Cry Instincts Predator, which I think is the first Far Cry. I don't know if it's labelled as Far Cry 1 or if it's just a standalone. But Far Cry games are really good open world shooters. I'm not sure if Far Cry Instincts is open world or if it's linear. I can't really remember because it was so long ago when I played it, but I'll be able to obviously show you some gameplay of it. I know that Far Cry 2, which I also have the Steelbook for, which I'll get out in a second, is open world, and again, a really great game to play if you're a fan of shooters and open world games like Just Cause. So if I get this out. So this is the Far Cry 2 Steelbook as well. And finally, after this, we have... I just put it over here. Finally, we have Far Cry 3 because I don't have Far Cry 4 yet, and I don't have next gen to get Far Cry Primal. And I haven't actually played Far Cry 3, to be fair, or to be honest even. But I know it's supposed to be a good game, and I know again that it's open world, and I know it's a shooter. So that's it for today, guys. Like I said, links in the description for the other videos if you've missed them, or if there's anything else you want to check out. And I'll see you soon for part 5. So thanks for watching.